Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the update of the mount production spreadsheet. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we are going to be going over the mount production spreadsheet. Now, like I stated the other day, I made a spreadsheet basically going over which mounts are selling the best and how to make profit on reducing the cost, so to speak. So by going into like the vial of the sands calculator, it does all of the stuff for you. A couple of you guys actually mentioned about the flask of winds and the whiptail part in alchemy. That wasn't correct. I actually have now corrected that method for working out the optimal one. It still is cheaper to make it through alchemy, but other than that, that is fixed. Now the only thing that I wanted to actually mention is the part where you had to actually fill in the different types of values. So going over the different types of values for this, you had to manually update these yellow boxes, and primarily that was a massive pain because, quite frankly, no one really wants to go and update all of that different types of stuff. So what has actually occurred is a user, who's going to pop up on the screen in just a second, is called Grenderhole, and basically what he's done is he's actually added in the function for the TSM data. So he actually added a spreadsheet on this which goes over the entire of items on your server, and this is primarily how you actually can set this up. What actually occurs when you are using the spreadsheet, remember this is only able to be run on Google Docs. You will not be able to run it on your computer before you go forward. So basically make a copy by going into file and just say make a copy of it, and then you can keep a hold of that on your Google Docs. Now what you can actually do now is you can actually set this up so this field will actually occur. Now what we'll do now is we'll jump into a blank Google Docs and it will go and we'll go over what's actually going to work. At first, when you're actually loading up the mount production version 2.1, because obviously version 2 is mine, which has all of my information in, so obviously I don't want to show you guys all of that. But what actually is occurring on this one is basically it will come up with an error and a load of different types of things. Now don't be too concerned, it will say error hash NA, so non-applicable. It doesn't have the relevant information to value any of these items. What you'll be wanting to do, however, is to go down to the bottom. There are a few main steps in order to actually do this, and Grendel has actually made a load of different things by setting up the TSM database in order to value it to your server. So what you can do now is we'll start with region. You'll want to put in your region, so that will be NA or EU. So whichever you have, then just put NA or EU and you will be fine. Basically whatever you've set your TSM up towards, NA or EU. Next thing you'll be wanting to do is realm name. Mine of course is Argent Dawn, and what you'll be wanting to do there is by just typing it in, but only typing it in without capital letters. So what you'll be wanting to do there is, of course, if your name has two words instead of just one, like Antonidas is easy, you just type in Antonidas without a capital A. So yeah. But when it comes to like Argent Dawn, don't forget to place a line between the two. So don't forget to put the minus symbol, basically. Argent-Dawn, and then it will do it for you. So the next thing that you'll be wanting to do is by grabbing your API key. Now this one can be found within TSM, and all you'll be wanting to do is go over to your actual name and then go under my account. At the bottom of that page is the API key. What you'll be wanting to do there is by copying your API key and going over to the API key and just pasting it in there. Once you've actually pasted it in, what you'll be wanting to do is you'll think, nothing's actually happened. Well, give it a moment and it will actually update for you. Failing that, some of the variables, which is on the side, so all the vial of the sand stuff is all done. All the materials have now finally updated. Just give it a moment to grab all of the data. When it's first used, it takes ages to update all of that data, so just be patient when it comes to all of that. The next thing you're wanting to do there is by just having a look at this side, and if it says NA and it hasn't updated any of those values, all you can do there is just refresh the page and it will do it for you, and then it will now update and tell you all of your maximum profit and all that stuff. It basically will do it for you based upon your TSM's data, so whatever your server's set up for and whatever you've set all of your little things. As long as you set up the stuff on the dash section at the bottom of the page for your server, your region and your API key, you should not have a problem at all, and you'll be able to get the latest update on your server's prices, and then you'll be able to see if you can make a profit right now without having to manually update all of these items. It will even do it for the mounts as well. To be quite frank, I'm quite happy that Grendel has actually done this. He's actually going to help me with actually working out how it actually works, and then therefore I can then do this and implement this immediately into existing spreadsheets that I do use and do have, and then I can then go, right, this is what we can do moving forward, and this is how we can make some extra additional gold when it comes to all of that. So that is something you may want to bear in mind right there. Now, other than that, guys, that is pretty much all I have to say for this video. It's just an update on the mount production calculator. I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you very much, Grendel, for setting all of this up in order to automatically update all of the values. I didn't know how to do it, but I'm pretty confident I know how it works now. So I'm really happy, and I thank you very much for your help when it came to updating all of this and showing me how it all works. Hopefully you guys can actually make good use of this when it comes to updating the spreadsheets and all that jazz, and hopefully I can make more in the future as in which we come into Shadowlands. Other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.